Good morning, students. All of you welcome in the 11th standard biology. The first lecture we are going to study about the first one topic, that is in fifth one. If you observe the index of biology textbook, it is fifth one chapter, that is cell. Under this cell chapter, you have to study about the structure and its organization. Okay. Now up to the 10th standard, you studied about different levels of the cell. What is mean by cell? What are the cell types? Different cell organelles. Okay. Somewhat detailed structure, somewhat detailed syllabus included in your 11th standard. Okay. Now before that, first it is very necessary to understand what is mean by cell. Okay. Now first we are going to study about the definition of cell. Okay. See, in case of the cell, what is cell? Cell is the structural and functional unit. Okay. And it is basic unit. Okay. First, what is cell? See, cell is the basic structural and functional unit. Now, structural means the structure of an organism. It is made up of from cell, and also the functions of the body of the organism performed by the cell. Hence, cell is called as basic structural and functional unit of the cell. Okay. Now, what cell perform? See, this cell, it is having independent existence. What is? It is having independent existence. Means this cell, it is independently perform its existence, or it exists independently, and this cell, it is capable of performing all activities of body or the living organs. Okay, it is actually structural and functional unit of living organism. Okay, and inside the body of living organism, whatever the functions or activities are present, all these activities are performed by the cell. Okay, hence what we define as the cell. See the whole definition of the cell, that is, see the definition. Cell, it is basic structural and functional unit of living organism. Okay, and it is capable for its independent existence. Okay, and is capable for performing all activities of body or living organism. It is called as cell. Okay. Now, these cells, these are microscopic cells. Okay. Micro means very small. What is micro? Micro means very small, and scopic means for the observation of this cell, we need an instrument. What we need? An instrument for the observation of the cell. Okay, you are very well known to that, or you have to heard the instrument name. See, which is the instrument? The instrument used for the observation, it is called as microscope. What it called as? Microscope. What is instrument? Microscope. Means for the observation of the cell, we need an instrument. This instrument is called as microscope. Micro means very small, and scope means to view. to view. Okay, and micro means very small. Okay, now these microscopes, these are of different type. Okay, first one microscope, it is called as simple microscope. Okay, second one microscope, it is called as compound microscope. Okay, third one microscope, it is called as light microscope. And fourth one type of the microscope, it is called as electron microscope. Okay, see again. For the observation of the cell, we need an instrument. This instrument is called as microscope. Now, depending upon the different types of the cell, these microscopes are four types. First one type is simple microscope, M for microscope. Second, compound microscope. Third, light microscope. And fourth is the electron microscope. Okay. Now see, what is the difference in between these microscopes? Now this simple microscope, we can easily observe these cells because it shows the magnifying images nearly about 50 to 100 times. Okay, means somewhat larger cells can observe with the help of simple microscope. Okay, whatever the cell size, it is magnified or it is increased. How much? Up to 50 to 100 times. In case of compound microscope, here we obtain nearly about 1000 times image more. That is 1000 times image is magnified, and this compound microscope, it is used for observation of the smaller cells. Okay. Now third one microscope, this microscope that is called as light microscope because inside this microscope a beam of light is used. What is used? Beam of light is used for the magnification, and in this electron microscope it gives nearly about 5 lakh times more image, and this is used for the naked or invisible to our eyes. Those cells are studied with the help of electron microscope. This electron microscope gives us the ultra structure of the cell, that is very clear. Each and every component of the cell can observe under this electron microscope. Okay, I think you have to clear that. First thing is that cell is the basic structural and functional unit of the living organism which is of independent existence, and this unit is capable for performing all activities of the body. Okay. Now such cells are observed with the help of an instrument in the laboratory. This instrument is called as microscope. What it called as? Microscope. Okay. These microscopes are different type. First one type is the simple microscope. Second one type is the compound microscope. Third one type is the light microscope, and fourth one type is the electron microscope. Simple cells are observed. Simple microscope is observed for observation of the larger cell. It gives 50 to 100 times more magnification. Compound microscope used to observe the smaller cells. It gives 1000 times greater images. Light microscope, it is used or it functions because inside this light microscope a beam of light is used. Okay. And in electron microscope 5 lakh times more magnification. Image can very clear. It also gives the ultra structure, that is detailed structure present inside the cell. Okay, these are the four types of the four types of the microscope used for the study of different cells. Because these cells, it may be plant cell or animal cells, these are of different shapes and different size. Okay, means there is vast variety. In case of the cell, due to which we need the different type of microscope. Okay, now in your notebook you have to first note down the first point, that is definition of cell. While writing notes in your notebook, refer the textbook and first you have to write down the definition of cell. And second point, for the observation, in this observation you have to mention the types of microscope. Okay, this point is included in your notes. Okay, now we are going to study about the third one point, that is shape and size of the cell. Okay, the next point under this, in case of the plant and animal cells, there is vast diversity regarding these cells, hence different shapes and size of the cell. Okay, now when we studied about the cell and the shape, these cells, these are of different shapes. For example, some of the cells are oval, some of the cells are spherical, some of the cells are rod shaped. Okay, also some cells are triangular. Sometimes we observe the polygonal cells also. Okay, some cells are column like, as like heighted cells. Okay, these are column like cells. Some cells are the cuboidal. How this is? These are cuboidal cells. Okay, such type of different types of the cell we can observe, and these are the different shapes. Okay, such variety of shells. In case of the sizes, actually size of the cell, it is measured in the unit, that is micron-meter. Okay, some of the cells, for example, cell of the mycoplasma, it is smallest cell. Okay, smallest one cell. Which cell is smallest? Mycoplasma. Okay, then if you observe the largest cell, these largest cell, or see smallest cell, or not largest, longest. The longest cell, it is the nervous cell. Which cell is the longest cell? Nervous cell. Also the bacterial cell we can observe. Okay, bacterial cell, then eggs of frog. Okay, different types of the cells which can observe under the microscope. Sometimes, suppose for example, ostrich egg cell. This ostrich egg cell, it is nearly about 15 centimeters. How much? It is 15 centimeters. Means in case of the animal kingdom and plant kingdom, whatever the plant cells and animal cells are present, these are of different size and these are of different shapes. Okay, for the more details or for as an interest, you can observe these different shapes of cell on Google search. If you are going to Google search, just type there different shapes of the cells. You can obtain lots of data on the internet. Okay, now the next point, this cell, it is studied by which scientist? In case of the science, each and everything, it is innovated or discovered by the scientist. Okay, not a single scientist. In regarding with the cell, the branch of biology which is deals with the study of cell, it is called as cytology. What is called as? Cytology. Cytology is the branch of cell. Okay, sorry, not branch of cell, branch of biology which deals with study of cell, detailed study of cell. How the cell perform, what are the different cell structure, what is the metabolism of cell, all details of the cell studied under the branch of biology This branch is called as cytology. Okay. Now, regarding this structure of the cell, the first scientist, see, lots of scientists devote their work under the cell study. The well-known scientist, that is Robert Brown. Sorry, not Robert Brown, Robert Hooke. Which scientist? Robert Hooke. First investigated the cell. Okay, scientist Robert Hooke first investigated the cell and they studied the cork cells. Okay, and inside these cork cells they observe number of small compartments. Okay, as like this they observe number of smaller compartments under the microscope, and first they named it as the cellula. First, cell word is not used. Which word is used? Cellula. Cellula means what? Cellula means very small compartments. Okay. After that, the second one scientist, that is Leeuwenhoek, they studied different cells. For example, human sperm cell, RBCs. These cells are discovered by which scientist? Leeuwenhoek. Okay. Then third one scientist, that is Robert Brown. The Robert Brown discovered nucleus of the cell. Which part of the cell is discovered? Nucleus of the cell is discovered by the Robert Brown. Okay. Then scientist Camillo Golgi. Okay. This scientist discovered the cell organelle Golgi complex. Okay. All these organelles we studied in details in this chapter also. Okay. Here just remember the names of the scientists. That is Camillo Golgi discovered the Golgi complex. Okay. Such type of different scientists work on the cell and investigate the all structures, that is different cell organelles, nucleus, chromosomes. All the scientists studied about this cell. Okay. But the important or milestone scientist, that is Sheldon and Schwann. Okay. The work of these two scientists, it is very important in the cell history. That is, these two scientists, they perform a theory, and this theory is called as cell theory. What it called as? Cell theory. The next Sheldon and Schwann, they perform a cell theory, and in this cell theory some modifications. These modifications, these are introduced by the scientist Rudolf Virchow. Okay, and this theory, it is known as modern cell theory. What is called as modern cell theory. Okay, this cell theory, it is old theory, it is just modified somewhat and it is recognized as the modern cell theory. Okay, now this depending upon modern cell theory, the short answered questions may be asked. Short answer questions, it is for 2 marks. What is the question? Explain modern cell theory. Okay, now this cell theory, these are the scientists. Lots of scientists remains which we will cover in our notes. Okay, just remember the work of this scientist. The next one point we are going to study about, that is the modern cell theory. Okay, now see, it is very important, that is modern cell theory. Now, there are certain points included in this theory. The first point in this theory states that what? The theory states that cell is the basic structural and functional unit of living organisms or living beings. Okay, this is the second point. Okay, the first point is that all organisms, this is first important point, all organisms are made up of cells. Okay, all organisms from which they are made up of, from the cell. That is, cell is the basic unit of all organisms body. This is the first important postulate of this modern cell theory. Okay, in second point, Rudolf Virchow explains that this cell, it is the basic structural and functional unit of living being. In second point, what he states that the cell is the basic structural and functional unit of the cell. Okay. In third point of this theory, it is stated that the cell consists of genetic information. What it consists of? Genetic information. Now it is very important point is that when we studied about the cell, suppose this is cell. Okay. We studied in detail later on. Here just recall, this is nucleus. Okay, and in this nucleus, nucleic acids are present. What is present? Nucleic acids. For example, DNA and RNA. Okay, these words I also give in the written homework, that is DNA and RNA. What is mean by DNA? DNA long form deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, and RNA, that is ribonucleic acid. These two are the nucleic acid. What is this? These are the nucleic acids, and these are present in this nucleus. Okay. Also, there is presence of the second genetic material, that is chromatin material, or it is also called as chromosomes. What it called as? Chromosomes. Okay. In Marathi, it is called as Gunsutra. What it called as? Gunsutra. Okay. That is, nucleus consists of nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA, and also it consists of the chromosomes. Okay. These chromosomes and these DNA are called as the carrier of genetic information, because these structures are responsible for what? That is, from one cell to other cell. Okay, this genetic material is transmitted. Okay, due to which we can observe the heredity. Okay, that is transmission. And this transmission when takes place? This transmission takes place during the cell division. Okay, this cell division also we studied in the next chapters in detail. Here we just remember cell division, it is of two types, that is mitosis and meiosis. With these two types, mitosis and meiosis. During this cell division, the genetic information is transferred from one cell to the another cell. Okay, this is the third postulate, that is cell contains genetic information, and this genetic information, cell consists of genetic information, and this genetic information passed from one cell to the other cell. Okay, and this is called as third postulate, that is genetic organization, genetic transformation of the cell takes place. Okay, now fourth one point under this modern cell theory, that is fourth point, all the cells, these are developed from pre-existing cells. From which cells? Pre-existing cells. Means the cell which is present already. From this pre-existing cell, all the cells are developed. This is the fourth postulate of the theory. Then second one, that is fifth one postulates, that is the cells are capable for the transformation of energy. For what? Transformation of energy. That is, one type of energy it is converted into the another type. For example, you are very well known to that ATP molecule. ATP is called as the chemical energy of the cell. Okay. This is studied in detail under the chapter respiration. Here just remember that cells are capable for the transformation of the energy. Okay. Then sixth postulates is that in this theory, that is, cells are self-contained unit. See this word, self-contained units. These are self-duplicated and some cells are totipotent cells. How the cell? Some cells are the totipotent cells. Okay, now see. What is self-contained unit? That is inside the cell. Okay. The cell, it consists of number of cell organelles. What it consists of? For example, vacuoles, mitochondria, at the center nucleus is present. Also there is presence of endoplasmic reticulum, the cytoplasm. Lots of units. That is, here working organelles are of belongs to the cell. Hence it is called as self-contained units. And these cells can duplicate. Means from one cell other cell is formed. In case of mitosis, you can observe this when we studied in detail. This is called as self-duplicated units. And some cells are totipotent cells. Now this is one of the important term, that is totipotent cells. Okay. Now why this totipotent cell? Totipotent cells means, see, these totipotent cells, these are the embryonic cells. How the cells? Embryonic cells. Okay. And these cells are living nucleated cells. How these cells? These are living nucleated cells, and these are capable to form a complete new organism. This is the very important function of the totipotent cells. That is, these totipotent cells also called as stem cells. What it called as? Stem cells. And these stem cells are used for the curing or in the treatment of the different diseases. Okay. Now in this chapter we studied about the definition of cell, observation instruments, then different shapes of cell, size of the cell, different work of the scientist, and also modern cell theory. All of these points you have to mention your micro notes and in the detail notes. Okay. I think you are clear about all these points. Questions may be asked for the short answer, and MCQs we will discuss later on. Okay. Thank you.